against the Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now a play fake here on first down. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola. And then, of course, to Stanford. And, boy, he's been good. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana, thought about going back to go to... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field.
Here we go. 138.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Let's go. 138.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Kaepernick now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long.
Let's go.
A toss to Cook. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard, right near the 27. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. He's got the first down and more past the 40. Tyler Lockett, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 73 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And that was a third and medium situation. Thought they might pass it. They ran it. And they're glad they did.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. That's a surprise to me that they ran the ball in that situation. Usually you worry about trying to get that kind of yardage on the ground against NFL defenses. Instead, they crossed them up. That took a little fortitude to make that call. And, boy, it matched up really, really well. The element of surprise plus some excellent execution, off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Shift together here from the D-line. Kaepernick to throw on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount is his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? A really nice gain of 25 yards. First down, Kaepernick. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Let's go.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Baldwin. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now Wilson on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On second down, rolls. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running
That's
back
what you
on
need
that
for
counter
a good
play?
counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And he motions the wide receiver. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Second down following the incompletion. Here's Wilson to throw again. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Here we go!
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On second down, Cook. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. a second down run for Murray. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. First down, here's the run with Cook. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Oh, the Seahawks come after it, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for a loss of 5. Wilson going to give to Rolls. Finding room to the 20. Cuts it out to the... And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rolls. 35 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. First and 10. Here's Kaepernick. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Again, this is Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. And this is going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't. Seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. And remember, he had his first punt blocked. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First and 10, it's Wilson. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Wilson again to Rawls. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on fourth down, as seen on TV, here's their resident strongman, John Ryan, on to punt. On the return that time, and the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And out now come the Vikings, and down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score, they know the situation, and by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points
big time.
Now it's the backup Bridgewater. It's complete to Diggs. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
To throw is Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. first down. Wilson. And he's going to let it go deep. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
They'll hand the rolls, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but, hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Mike Morgan coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Second down, Bridgewater. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Malik McDowell in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out. Comes Minnesota. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Kaepernick. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.